see, don't say these people are noisy, okay? That's how church ought to be. The joy of the Lord. These people who are grumpy, who can't shout. And then when somebody else shouts, they have a problem. Usually they can't hear. But when they hear someone shout for the Lord, they say, my ears are paining. Amen? When you are excited, you shout.
Amen.
Amen. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. You know, this scripture changed so much. You see, the way I think and the way I started to see things. You know, and I'm telling you, if you apply the scripture to your life, if you apply it to your life, I'm telling you, it will change. Your life will change forever. You know, not that any other scripture. This scripture is something in this. You want to make money, you want to be prosperous in life, here it is. Okay? The book of Proverbs 18, verse number 16. If you have your Bible, then you know when you come here, it's important to bring your Bibles. The book of Proverbs 18, verse number 16. It says, a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. You know, when I read that, I said, wow, that's it. You see, each of us is unique in his own way. Amen. Each of us. There could be somebody here who is a good artist. You see, then there's someone like Marian who's a doctor. You see, that's a gift that God has given her. Each of us have been gifted uniquely and differently. You see, and sometimes God bless me, God bless me. You know that blessing is in the gift. The blessing will come to that gift. And then when I begin to meditate on this, all of a sudden I realized, okay, why are people like, say for example, Benny Hill, so well known and so big? It is the gift that they carry. It is the gift that has brought them before great men. You see, why is someone like Bill Gates world famous? It is the gift that he carries. My brothers and sisters, if you want to be a man and woman of greatness, if you want to stand before kings, work on the gift that God has given you. Sharpen that gift. You see, so when I realized this, I said, if I want to go international, you know, okay, now we visit a few countries, if I want to go to nations, what do I have to do? Not wait for opportunities to open. Not ask people, Lord, not pray, Lord, please open doors for me to minister in the nation. I don't have to do that. All that I have to do is sharpen the gift. Amen. When the gift begins to sharpen, people begin to recognize. People begin to know. Doors begin to open for you. You see, it's the gift. You see, when you work on your gift, when you sharpen your gift, it opens doors. If you're sitting a doctor, how many doctors are there? Hundreds. So why do you need another doctor? But then when you work on that gift, you begin to, major, and you begin to study more, and you begin to sharpen that gift, and suddenly you're rise up in qualification. All of a sudden, you're doing something unique, which nobody else has done. All of a sudden, people come looking for you. Don't you see that? With people who have some doctor, for example, who is sharp and who is good. Everyone is searching for him, and he's telling you, don't come to me. And yet you want to go to him. Why? He has worked on the gift. You see, that is what Sachin Tendulkar did. Where all the other kids were doing all the other things, this fellow was there. On the hot sun, batting, practicing, sharpening his gift. To such a state that the whole India wants him now, the whole team wants him. And he demands, he makes, okay sir, it is done for you. It is the gift. It is the gift. That is why younger people, you need to know your gift. You need to know that you're unique. There's a guy who comes from Margan service, he comes like this. Ask brother. You tell him any numbers. 6 months later, he will tell you that number. But on the outside, he's totally like a, retarded. He just comes, like spit coming out. There's a gift, even in him.
Amen.
How many of you know my number by heart? In Goa. Nobody will know. But this guy knows. He knows his number. You tell him any number. 6 months later, he will tell it to you. It's a gift. You see, nobody worked on that gift. That is why everybody looks at him as some dumb guy. You see, I'm sorry for the language, but that's how people do. Because they never recognize what God has invested. There's nobody on this earth who is made stupid or foolish. Everyone is given a gift. Everyone is fashioned in God's hand.
Yes.
They may look on the outside little bit like this, little bit like this, little bit like this, but you need to know the gift. You need to know who you are. So don't ask God, God open doors. And I realized I need to stop praying. And Lord, I hope I get invitations to Europe. I hope I get invitations. I said, all that I need to do is just sharpen the gifts. Sharpen the gift of prophecy. Sharpen the gift of healing. Because that is what I'm going to do. And all of a sudden, 1 year later, people are looking for me.
Amen.
I look for them.
Amen.
You see? That's how it works.
Power.
You see? That's how it works. You need to work on the gift. Don't neglect it. There's a parable that Jesus said to one servant, 5 coins were given to another 3, to another 2. And then the fellow in 5 made 10. And the 3 made 6. And the 2 went and hid it. But I don't want to get there. But then what does he say in the end? He says, take from the fellow who has 2 and give it to the fellow who has 10. But Lord, he already has 10. In our nature, what would it be in our realm? Oh, poor lady, she doesn't have, no? Let me give her 2 more. In God's realm, in God's glory, it's different. If she doesn't know how to use what she has, take it and give it to the one who has, so he can make it multiply. So you see, so we are always trying to, this poor fellow, this poor guy does not have. And God is looking at the gift that I put in him. And this fellow doesn't know how to use that gift. That is why he's never successful in life. He says, take it and give it to the one who can multiply. God is looking for multiplication. You see, so work on sharpening your gift. Don't let it be. Don't, your children are growing up, just don't say, your college, do an MBA, and that's it. Thousands of people got MBAs. Why do they want you? They can recruit from anyone. So that is why when you go for jobs, they can bargain with you and bring your value down. But then when you go above that and you start to sharpen your skill and you work, you see, I have something that they don't have. That makes it unique.
Amen.
You see, today, why are we the talk of the town? Because we have something they don't have. So that makes us the talk of town.
Do it,
You see, that makes us everyone talk against you, do things like this. Why? Because they know we have something that they don't have.
Yes.
You see, when somebody realizes that they don't have what you have, they will talk about you.
Yes.
You see, they will talk, good or bad, they will talk. So let people know. You focus on sharpening your gift. You don't need any prayer anymore. God prosper me. Prosperity is already in you. It's been given to you. You just need to work on it. You see, most people live their lives never realizing why you were born. Why you were born. And most people die never knowing the reason of their birth. I'm telling you this. Most people are sitting here don't even know why you were born. The reason of your birth. The reason that you are here. Today morning, I just pray this morning that your mind changes. That you would look at life differently this morning. Just don't go through life. Just don't pass through life. And then be on your deathbed and say, I've never achieved anything in life. Don't let that happen. You need to realize you were not an accident. You were not born by default or born because just 2 people got together. You were born. The Bible says in the book of Jeremiah, it says to the prophet Jeremiah chapter 1 verse number 5, true, I'll tell you. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. He says, before even you were formed in your mother's womb, I already had you in mind. I already knew you. Before you were formed. You know, so people say, oh, life begins after conception. So if you have an abortion in the first month, it's okay, because you know it's a fetus. It's not a fetus, it is life. He says to Jeremiah, you know, I have ordained you as a prophet even before you were born. Do you know God looks down from heaven and he sees a problem and he says, okay, I send this one as a solution. You just kill a solution to the world. When you do abortion, if you have never done it, praise God. If you've done it, confess it as murder, because that is what it is. It is not abortion, it is murder. You have taken away a life. And if you ever come across someone who will do it, don't ever allow them to do it. I went to a lady once, I said, if you are aborting, he said, give your child, we'll take, but don't do it. Because you take away the plan. It is God. You might have just got together, but it is God. He said, before I formed you, you are a solution to somebody's problem. You are the solution to some issue over here on earth.
Oh, yes.
That is why before you were born, Jeremiah, there was going to be a problem in Israel. I have already placed you there. What did Jeremiah's mother say? Let's kill him. We have aborted the plan of God. Sometimes we abort the plan of God without knowing it. He says, before you were born in your mother's womb, I knew you. Isaiah 44 verse number 24 says, and he who formed you from the womb. It is he who has formed you in your mother's womb. You are precious. God would not go through all that trouble for nothing. If life was just meant to live, if life had no meaning, as to some people life has no meaning, they never understood that I've been shaped and formed by God, that God has a purpose. That's the first thing you need to realize, that you're not an accident. God has a purpose for my life.
Oh, yes.
God has a reason that I am here alive.
Oh, yes.
I'm not an accident. I'm not by chance. God has formed me in my mother's womb.
Amen.
The second thing that you need to know, that you're created to have dominion.
Yes.
That is what the Bible says in the book of Genesis. Dominion. You're created to have influence. The other word for dominion is influence. Abraham influenced his generation. Isaac influenced his generation. Jacob influenced his generation. Daniel influenced his generation. You were called to be a man and woman of influence. That is why I told you when God saw, he said, whom do I send? Okay, this one is the solution to this problem. She's great. She's called to be an influence in this place. At this time. Esther, for such a time as this. You were called to influence. Jesus came to influence. Martin Luther King came and influence. Influence lives. Change lives. That is why after they died, you still talk about them. Smith Wigglesworth came and influenced. And that is why you're still buying books after his death. A. Allen, which names you want? They all came and influenced. That is why you're sitting here still over 2,000 years later and you're reading what Paul wrote and you're reading what Peter wrote. Why? They influenced their generation.
Oh, yes.
You need to understand this. Young people need to know this. That there is a purpose for your life. You're called to influence. You're called to bring change. Some of you are called to change cities, to change a nation. You don't know it. And so that's why you have a little mind, not knowing. Tonight, like today, this morning, I pray that every lie of the devil is cancelled over your life. Look to your children and tell them you are called to influence. Let them know who they are. They need to know that as they grow. Just for going to 5th, 6th, 7th, 10th standard, get first class, get this, and you don't even know why you're called. It's not just education. You're called to influence. There's a parable in the Gospel of Matthew 13, verse number 33. It says, the kingdom of heaven is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till it was all leavened. Then he took a little bit of leaven and hid it in this dough, and all of a sudden, the leaven influenced the dough. That's what kingdom people are supposed to be. You put them there, there's a change. The leaven change. You put them there, there's a change. You put them there, there's a change. Everywhere they go, they bring change.
Yes!
That's what kingdom people are all about. This parable talks about that. It talks about people of this kingdom. You are the source of somebody's blessing. You are the source of somebody's breakthrough. I want you right now, just close your eyes, lift your hand, and tell him, I am a source of somebody's breakthrough. I am a source of somebody's breakthrough. Receive it.
Amen.
That is what you're called to.
Yeah.
You see, today, you send your children to school. And then in school, you want to know, what is my child good at? So what you do this aptitude test, you do this IQ test, and what other test? And all this test to find out what your child is good at. And you think, and they do that test, and you base your child's life based on those tests that they do. And schools are today encouraging it, am I right? Yes. They are encouraging you to do the aptitude test, IQ test, and this test to find out what your child is good at and what they could do in life. And I want to tell you that's wrong. Why it doesn't work? That thing doesn't work. Why? Because all those tests are done of who you are at that very moment. Not who you will be. It can tell you who you are now. And based on who you are now, they make those tests and say, this is who you could be.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
Stump you.
10, 5, 11 years back, I could not stand and speak to people. What if I could take an IQ test? They would never say that I could preach the gospel.
Yes.
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 Because that would be based on who I was at that moment.
Yes.
Not today. God changes everything.
Yes.
So don't base your children's life based on this foolish test and things that happen. They may work for that period of time, but it cannot tell them who they will be. It just doesn't work. And as I go through the message, you will find out why. Open to the book of Galatians, chapter 1, verse number 5. He speaks about, Paul is saying, and when it pleased God who separated me, he says, and when it pleased God who separated me, not when Paul was 30, 35, 40, 50 years old, when did he separate him? From my mother's womb. And called me through his grace, called me to what? Verse number 16, to reveal his son in me, so that I might preach him among the Gentiles. He says, before even I was formed in my mother's womb, God had separated me to reveal Christ Jesus to the Gentiles. You see, your calling is not when you grow up. Your calling is not when you finish graduation. Your calling is even before you are born.
Oh, yes.
God has called everyone before they were born. And he was called to preach to the Gentiles before he did anything good, before he did anything bad, before he educated himself, before he did anything. He said, Paul, your calling is this. It was ordained, it was strong. But what did Paul do? He went under Gamaliel. He studied the Jewish law so thoroughly. He said, okay, these Christians, they are crooks. We need to finish this fellow. He stood there. He took the coat of those who were stoning Stephen, saw Stephen killed, went around, persecuted the Christians all over, got them in jail, got their properties confiscated. And Paul was thinking that he's serving God. Somewhere deep down, he knew that he was called, but he didn't know what God had called him to. So he went out and he served and he did a good job. The best he could. Never realizing what God had called him to. Until God revealed his son Jesus to him. And told him, Paul, this is what you're called. This is what you're called to do. This is what I set you apart from birth to do. And Paul goes out and he goes and he preaches the gospel to people. Now this is the funny part. Paul is trained under Gamaliel. Paul knows the law inside out. Paul can refute any Jew now because why? He's so sharp, he's smart, highly educated with the law. You see? And then what happens? Galatians 2 verse number 8. For the same God who worked through Peter was as the apostle to the Jews was also worked through me as an apostle to the Gentiles. End of the day, if you were doing Paul's IQ test, you say, Paul, based on your education qualifications, you're fit to go to the Jews. You're fit to go to the Jews. Peter, you made so many mistakes. You messed up so many times. You're fit to go to the Gentiles. And God turns the whole thing around. He said, Paul, you go to the Gentiles. Peter, you go to the Jews. In a human mind, it is never possible. Read it. God had planned it. God had ordained it that way. In a human way, that was the wrong decision. It should have been Paul to the Jews and Peter to the Gentiles. You see, but God had planned it that way. God had decided it that way. Why? If Paul had to go to the Jews, he would have done it out of his natural ability. This is easy, I know how to do this stuff. I was born for this, I was trained for this. I can stand before any Jew. But when he went to the Gentiles, what was happening? He had to depend upon the grace of God. He had to say, all that I know is foolishness. Lord, I am totally dependent upon you. He had to depend. When Peter had to go to the Jews, oh my God, how do I do this? You see, God doesn't want independence. He wants people who are dependent upon Him. That is why every time Paul went to the Jews, to the Gentiles, he had to be dependent to hear from God. He can speak to the Jews, but God says, go there. And this is a much lower class. He's so highly educated. How do I speak to this fellow? How do I convince this fellow? If I speak with high stuff, they don't understand. So you have to depend upon the grace of God. Lord, that you would show me how to minister to them. Every time Peter went there, how do I speak to these guys? Lord, I don't have that eloquence. Lord, I'm not educated in their faith. Lord, they can twist my question. They can ask me in a different way. What if I don't know? I have to be totally dependent upon you. You see, God is looking for a people who are dependent upon Him, not living independent from Him. What are we doing? Most of the time, we are doing what we feel we know how to do. We do things that we think we are good at. Most of the people, why did you become a doctor? No, my father wanted me to be a doctor. Why did you become a pastor? No, because I could run the church. My father was running a church, so I could run the church. They're never called. They're never called. They're just doing because they have to do. They're just running through life. That's not right. You need to know. That is why all those tests don't work sometimes. Because you're not checking what that thing will tell what you can do. And you think it is you now. It's no longer God. And that is why God is out. You think you got the job because you want it. Because you know how to do this. And God is saying, be dependent upon me. for everything. That's how it works in the kingdom. The Bible says in the book of Psalms 139 verse number 16. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days of ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. He says, your eyes saw my unformed body, that you are still shapeless there in the womb. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to pass. You see, you are here in life, some of you may be 30, 40, 50, 60. But everything that you have gone through in life, when you were still getting shaped in your mother's womb, it was all written down.
Yes.
God had the whole thing planned out. And here you are, stressing out and trying to find out what is going to happen. How am I going to live? And it's all written down. He says everything about you was written. You see, God has your future written down already. Why are we struggling and trying to make our future work? Whether you have a bright future. I don't have a bright future. My future is already written. My future has already been planned and decided by God. I don't have a bright future. I have my future already done in heaven. I have a plan to bless you, a plan to prosper you, good plans for your future. It's done. The people of this world need to find out. We have it already with us. God has planned it for you even before you saw one day of your life. Even before you came out of your mother's womb. He has written down and planned for you.
Amen.
I wonder why he writes, so that you may see. You may see it and you may know it. It is all ready kept for you. All that you have to do is just find it. I want to ask you one question this morning. Are you in a place where you're doing something and you're not happy about it? Are you in a place where you wake up every morning and say, I wish I was not doing this? And you're probably not in the plan of God. You just gone out and you've done what you felt was right. There are people who wake up every morning and just feel that they're just dragging through life. You're not in the plan of God. You're just doing it for the sake of three things: food, clothing, shelter. I need to provide for my children. I'm telling you this from experience. I worked 16 years. I enjoyed my job. I had the coolest job. I had the coolest job.
Emirates.
Yeah, but besides working, a lot of people in Emirates struggle. But we were like cool. I fly 3 times a week, business class, just sit, go to Iraq, just take a walk in the airport, come back home. That's all I was doing. You see, just go to office, sit down, thinking how to spend 12 hours because nothing to do. Just moving around, eating and watching, you're there walking around, nothing to do, just relaxing. Maybe out 12 hours I'd work 1 hour, sometimes even that I wouldn't work because there's nothing to do. There were others who were doing the work. Right? You just sit there.
Favor.
Yeah, but the day came, one day came when I was enjoying this, and I was just enjoying myself. Just having a good time. And that is the time it gave me time. I would download things and listen to things and listen to teachings and study the word. It was giving me time for that, to prepare me for this. You need to understand that God works in seasons.
Yes.
You see, seasons. You need to understand seasons. God lives in eternity. What is in eternity? Time without measure. That's what the Bible says. Days like 1,000,000. There's no measure of time in eternity. But you and me can measure time. We work in seasons. You see, and there are different seasons. And seasons change. when you come into a new season. And I was in this season, I was just having a good time, good salary, relaxed, enjoy. You come to my house, I'm having a nice place, swimming pool, go swim whenever I wanted. It was fun. And all of a sudden I woke up one morning and I felt I just don't want to work. I just don't want to go to office another day. I'm bored of this stuff. I can't do this another day. I said, God, what is this? And God said, it's a change of season. Now you move into what I'm calling you.
Amen.
You see, that is why I left it, because it made no sense any longer. It made no sense working any longer. People are holding on to what they had because they are worried about food, clothing and shelter, not understanding that there are times when God changes seasons.
Yes.
God is changing your time. God is calling you, preparing you. Every season prepares you for something else.
Amen.
In that season, God was preparing, He was watching a lot of stuff. Today people, do you watch? I say, I don't have time. But that was the time God gave. A lot of my messages were written in those days. There was nothing to do 12 hours. I would download stuff, go study, read, this, write messages. Now I don't get time. God was preparing. Every season prepares you for the next.
Yes. Sharpening.
You see, that's why I came down till today. I'm not bored in what I do. I'm excited every day. I'm looking forward every day. Why?
Yes.
Because I am in His calling.
Oh, yes.
You see, if you are in a place in life where you're just bored and you just don't seem to understand why, what, you're questioning yourself, you need to ask yourself, am I doing what God has called me to do? Am I in His perfect plan? You see, there are struggles. I'm not saying that ministry is cool. There are struggles. I am working now. I was not working then. And for that I was getting paid. And now I'm working and I don't get paid. Overtime, yeah. So, you see, but you enjoy every day. You wake up every morning and you say, hallelujah. When you walk in the plan of God, where you can enjoy what you do. I'm not saying you have to only preach. That is your calling. You have to do that every day of your life.
Yes.
But what are you called to? Are you prepared? Are you going through life doing what God has called you to do? You know, when God calls you, there's such peace within. There's such joy within. Yes! There's no struggle. Struggles will come. But God gives you the grace to overcome them. Because now you know He is with me. He never leaves me nor forsakes me. Behold, I go before you. I don't find myself praying, Lord, do this for me, because I know I'm in His perfect plan.
Amen.
When He calls you, He gives you the anointing. He gives you the ability to go through anything that comes in your way. To face any mountain. He gives you the anointing. He gives you the ability to overcome that mountain. You see, you will come to mountains in life, and if you speak to your mountains, and your mountains don't seem to move, because the Bible says, speak to your mountains, and they shall move. And there are times that the mountains don't move. And those are the times that if you say, Lord, if this mountain don't move, then strengthen my legs, that I can climb over this mountain. Ask Him for the grace to strengthen you and climb over that mountain and overcome that mountain. But don't let the mountain become your hindrance. That is why Paul says, in my weakest moment, I'm still strong. That is what you need to know. That everything was made for you. Don't do things, my brother, my sister, don't do things just for money. 99% of people work only for this three things: food, clothing, shelter. Don't do that. Don't go through life only for the sake of money. Yes, I realize money is important. Find the plan of God. Walk in it. You see great people like Elvis Presley. How did they start their career? They started singing in the church choir. Whitney Houston, where did she start? Church choir. But just because they could not make a future out of a church choir. They went into the world and they made money.
Billions. Yes.
They made billions. What happened to them? They both died of drug overdose. The fame took them to the flames. Before that, they didn't have the time to enjoy what they made. You see, they went. Don't run after money. Money is supposed to come after you.
Yes. Yes.
Seek ye first the kingdom. Money is not everything. Money can destroy people when money becomes an idol, and we have seen it. Money should not become an idol. And yet money is important. But don't become a slave to money. Don't do things for money. If you're sitting here today and you tell me, you know that I hate what I do, but I just do it for the sake of my salary, you're in the wrong place. You've never found the call of God. You've never found out what God has called you to. You've never found out the plan of God. You're just going against the stream, just going through life, wishing every day, when will this end? When will this end? Brother, pray for me, pray for me. Pray for what? You never walk in God's will. You say God is not going to work the way you want things to be done. It's got to be the way He has planned it for you. That's why I tell you many times, when God says to Jeremiah, go to the potter's house and see the potter work on clay. And the Bible says that the clay was getting marred in the potter's hands. Why was the clay getting marred in the potter's hand? Why was the clay falling apart in the potter's hand? Because the potter had a certain intention for the clay. And the clay was taking another shape. And that is why the clay was getting marred. And the potter began to work on it. Marred, work on it, marred, work on it. Till it took shape as the potter wanted it to be. Not as you wanted it to be. Why is your life falling apart? Why are things not working? Because you are not in line with what God has planned. So everything you do doesn't work. Everything you do doesn't work. Doesn't work. Falling apart. And He never gives up. He'll work on you. He'll work on you. He'll work on you. Till you take shape as He planned it to be. So till then, you will be in a struggle. You will be in your wilderness period. Never coming to the promised land. So people are there, it took 40 years, some people are 60 years, some people are 80 years in the wilderness. They die in the wilderness, never seeing the promised land. Because they just plan to do things the way they wanted it to be. Never do things for money. It's not it. Find what is the plan. God has a plan. God has a purpose for your life. You are not an accident. You know one thing about God is here's another thing. Isaiah 46 verse number 10. It says, declaring that God is the one who declares the end from the beginning and from ancient times things that are not yet done. Isaiah 46 verse number 10. You see, he says, you see, as a human being, I am born, I go to play school, I go to school, I go to high school, I go to college, you begin, and then you come to your end. And then you work and this, and then you come to your end. But God works differently. God doesn't work this way. He says, I know from the end, I come to the beginning. When you come this way, He's come that way. So He knows your end even before you began. God knows exactly which day you will be called. God knows exactly where you will be 10 years from today. Because you are going this way and He is coming this way.
Gymnastics.
Opposite direction. That's why He said, I know the end even before the beginning. And you are trying to figure out how to get there. And He's trying to tell you, my son, I've already figured out how you will get there.
Yes.
Don't try to figure out. It's figured out. It's done already. It's already written down. Everything that I have in plan for you is already done. All that you have to do is find out what is God's plan for you. Some people want, sometimes they come to me, Pastor, can you tell me what God has planned for me? You need to find out yourself. What am I called to do? You need to find that out yourself. or they want a prophetic word. What is my ministry? You need to find it out. You see, if you're going to sit and watch TV all day, and you're going to be on an iPad all day, and you're going to be playing games all day, you will never find out. You will never find out. That's why people don't have time to find out what God has called them. So why? They want to run for prophecy. They want a man of God to lay hands and tell them. And they think they will walk it. They will never walk. My brother, my sister, you need to find out. He said, my sheep hear my voice. Are you his sheep? Do you hear his voice? If you hear his voice, he will tell you the way to go.
Yes.
Make time to read the word. Make time to study the word. Make time for prayer every day. Don't sit on the television screen. It will not tell you your future. Don't be caught up. But that is why all our children are on the iPad. That is why I put the post that I put. If you give your children the iPad will control their lives. You need to find out. You need to spend time. You need to know. You need to come to a place and say, Lord, why am I even born? What is the purpose of my life? I want to know so that I can walk in your ways. So that I can do what you call me to do. Let me not just waste my time. Every day you miss the plan and purpose of God. You miss big time. Today make a decision. Lord, I want to know, am I in your plan? Don't find an easy way out. Who will lay hands and tell me? Find out for yourself. If you're called to ministry, find out what you are called into. Find out where you have to be. When you show that dependence upon God, when you're like Moses and said, Lord, if you don't come, we are not going.
Amen.
You are there, I'm there.
Yes.
I said, okay, Moses. You see, if you're going to be a man and woman, Lord, I don't move till you speak. Don't simply take up jobs. Don't simply rush abroad. Don't simply rush. Find out. Because once you go there and you come across the flood, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Nothing is working. God is not working. Pray for me. That is what is happening to people. And they want prayer. And sometimes some fellows don't understand. And when sometimes people say that, I just smile. I know. What do I pray about? Lord, you change your plan for them, that things will happen your way, their way, not your way. What do you pray?
No way.
You see, that is why I tell many people, you can't pray just because you want me to pray. You need to find out. Because once you're in this plan, you won't be struggling with pray for this, pray for this. You just know, Lord, struggles may come. Weeping may endure for the night. The season of weeping will be there. But then joy comes in the morning. The season is changing.
Amen.
It's not going to be there always.
Yes.
This season won't last forever.
Amen.
He prepares for me a table in the presence of my enemies. That is why, my brothers and sisters, don't let it go. If you seek me with all your heart, when you seek me with all your heart, you will find me.
Amen.
When you seek me with all your heart, Jeremiah 29:13. I just remembered something. I just remember Jeremiah 29. Let me just get there. You will seek me. You see, verse number 11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace, not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Okay, that is the verse that we all know. I have a plan to bless you, a plan to prosper you, good plan for your future. This is we all know. Okay, but then you know when you read scripture, don't take one scripture. Look, 7 up, 7 down. That will give you a whole idea. Let's go to 12. Then you will call upon me, go and pray to me, and I will listen to you. And you will seek me, and you will find me when you search for me with all your heart. You will know my plan, and you will know my purpose when you call upon me, and you seek me, and you search me with all your heart. It doesn't say that. Go to a prophet and ask him. Have a word of knowledge over your life. It says you need to seek me. You need to find me. Then you will know my plan. So all those three verses are in 11, 12, 13. My brothers and sisters, people don't want to make time. Don't want to make time to pray. Don't want to make time to study the word. Shortcuts. If you don't seek him with all your heart, you will never know his plan. You will never know his purpose for your life. You will never find it out. You will do it by trial and error method. That's wrong. You will struggle through life. Find out what is God's plan for you. You don't have a bright future. Your future is in you.
Amen.
You are the carrier of your future. The seed of God's word will make you fruitful. When the Bible says in the book of Genesis, be fruitful, increase and multiply. How do you become fruitful? How does a tree bear fruit without a seed? Have you thought of it? You want a mango tree. How do you do a mango tree without a seed? You can never have a mango tree without a seed. So he says, be fruitful, increase and multiply. So how do you be fruitful without a seed? How do you become fruitful when you don't have the seed? If the seed of God's word is not sown into your life, you will never be fruitful. You will never increase. He says, be fruitful, increase and multiply. Be fruitful, increase and multiply. How do you be fruitful? Some of you have not got it yet. Without the seed, you cannot be fruitful. You don't have the seed of God's word, you'll never be fruitful. You need the seed. You need the word of God in your life. When you have the word, then you can be fruitful. Then you touch this, it blesses, increase. Touch this, it multiplies. Touch that, you're fruitful. You increase. You begin to multiply. Why? The seed is in you. You need to get there. It's the seed, it's the seed, it's the seed of God's word. That is why it's so important. Bible, the seed of God's word. Read, study, apply. You need to do it. Don't look here, don't look there. I want to close with this verse, Ephesians 3:20. Now, to him who is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we can ask or think. How? Now to him who is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that we can ask or think. How? According to the power that is in heaven. He said amen. What? According to the power that works in me. You see, according to the power, there is the power, it is in me. Christ in me, the hope of glory. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. According to the power that works in me. Don't go, oh God, please do something from heaven. Move. Many people are trying to move God. If 10 people pray to move God, how do you move him? Heaven is his throne. Where is your verse? Heaven is his throne. Earth is his footstool. How do you move him? Which crane do you bring? So people get to move God, brother. Pray till God is moved. How do you move him? If heaven is his throne, the earth is his footstool. You can't move God. You can't make God change his mind about you. You've got to change. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, change your thinking. Don't ask God to change, you change. Because God is never going to change. According to the power. You want to succeed in life? It's in you. You want to be prosperous in life? The power is in you. The power, the dunamis power that you need. Dunamis power means explosive power. Amen. It is in you. You need to recognize that. You need to know what you carry. You need to know who you are. You know, sometimes we say you are the temple of the Holy Ghost. The actual word is sanctuary. You know what it meant? The Jewish temple had three places: the outer court, the inner court, and the holy of holies. Outer court, inner court, the priesthood. Inner court, the priesthood that had to come in, but you could never get into the holy of holies. It was only once a year that the high priest would go in, and he had blood to offer. And the Bible says that the two cherubim were there, and God would speak to them from there. It was called the Holy of Holies. Nobody could get in. And they used to tie their belt on the priest's leg, on his hem of his garment, and they had a rope that they used to tie to his foot. And the people outside would wait and listen. As long as the bells were ringing, they knew the fellow was ministering inside. But the moment, because of sin, if the bells stopped ringing, they would pull his dead body outside. They could not get there. And that was what was called the sanctuary, the Holy of Holies. Now he's saying that place is no more there, the place is you.
Amen.
That's what Paul is trying to say. You have now become the dwelling place of God. That was the earthly dwelling place of God. God does not longer dwell in temples and homes. He now dwells in me.
Yes.
Amen.
He meets with me. He talks with me. That power rests in me. Who can do exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask or think, according to the power that is now in me.
Amen.
It's in you. You need to know who you are and walk in your calling. There is nothing that is impossible for you. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's no situation that can bring you down. There is nothing called defeat. Oh, I'm so defeated. You cannot be defeated, because defeat was nailed to the cross of Calvary.
Yes.
The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. Stop listening to lies. Today, this morning, rise up. Rise up this morning and tell the devil in his face, devil, you are a liar. You've been a liar from the very beginning. You're not going to lie to me anymore. My future is secure. The future of my children is secure. Don't try to make plans for their future. Find out what their future is. Because many of us are planning our children's future. Don't plan it. Find out. God, what is their future? Don't sit there as judge and tell them you will do BSc, you will do this, you will do this. You have no right to be God in their lives. You have to let God work. You have to give them that direction, that this is where the Lord is taking you. Help them to find why they were born on earth. Don't let them die never knowing why they were born. Find out first why you were. Because most of us don't even know why we are born. Find out. They're born to be men and women of influence. When you die and they put you in a grave, because all of us are going to go there someday. Somebody should be able to look there and say, this man made a change. This woman brought a change. She was a man or woman of influence. In what she did 20 years from today, you should not be lost. That is why you're sitting here and we're discussing letters of Paul and we're discussing about what Jesus did. John Lennon came and said, oh, Jesus will be forgotten in a few years. He got forgotten. He's forgotten. Nobody listen, man, somebody, somewhere. Fame will go, but what will remain is a dominance.
Amen.
What will remain is what you leave behind, a legacy. But today, this morning, thousands and millions of churches all over the world are preaching the same message of Jesus as Lord.
Yes.
My goodness, what a legacy He left behind. That is what you're called to do. That is what you're called for. Dominance. Don't let life pass you by. Today, right now, let's just close our eyes. Let us make a commitment this morning. Let us make a commitment this morning. Ask yourself.